Hello, guys, and welcome to another episode of Higurashi. Um, we're on the second part for the Sumi Horoboshi arc, the last arc of the season. Pretty good start. We got the water gun fight. I don't know why the stream. I wonder if something happened to my webcam, dude. I feel like it wasn't grainy before, but I literally don't know how to do anything, so sorry about that. Maybe one day we'll fix it. You know what? Give me 1 second. Okay, so I actually looked into the issue. Trying to be a good YouTuber for once. Basically, it's just because there's not enough light exposure. But the problem is I actually don't have a light source. My only light source in the room's literally my lamp in the corner. I don't have an overhead lamp, or it would probably not have this problem. So I literally can't do anything about it. Can't even change it in the webcam settings because it's locked. So sorry, guys. Great. Now that I messed with it, oh whatever. This is probably good enough, right? Anyways, little interruption. We're doing Sumi Horoboshi episode 2, aka episode 23, Place to Return. Yeah, let's get it started since we stalled a bit on that intro. So get your own copy of the episode because this is a full-length timer reaction, which means you need to bring your own copy, and then you can watch the whole episode with me. Well, I'll do a countdown from 3, and on 3, 2, 1, go, you will start the episode. And to indicate that start, there will be a timer appearing on the right bottom side. And you can also use that timer if you ever need to stop to resync, or you just want to skip ahead and see a specific scene of the episode. So yeah, let's start this bad boy up. In 3, 2, 1, go. That's right, I was gonna give an episode recap, but kind of got distracted. It's okay. I assume you remember what happened. This is right after, well, it's kind of recapping the end of last episode. Rena discovering Reina's, wait, not Reina, Rena's plot to scam the dad with an angry glare. Angry / determined. Not really scary, just very determined. Banter time. I don't really have any banter on hand. Nothing's really happening. Dude, I watched the end of a Toronto Blue Jays baseball game today at a barbecue I was at, and you know, they're kind of like in the middle of the pack. They're on a 5-game losing streak. Literally 9th inning, down 7-4. They score 5 goals and win against the Baltimore Orioles. So that's good. Good day, good day. Also, the barbecue was great. Always fun. Yeah, not much else. Up. Yeah. Ooh, dude, I've been liking this show. Superman and Lois. You might have heard of it. It's really good. It's like a older Superman. It's like Superman mixed with family drama. I would recommend it if you're into that stuff. It is produced by the CW, you know, Canada's pride and joy. That's sarcasm because they're usually not known for quality, but it's good, dude. Trust me, if it sounds interesting. But anyways, let's get into the episode. Drinking water. I did have a Sprite lemonade though for the first time. It tastes kind of just like Sprite. But here we go. Unlucky timing. Yeah, that's right. So Rena doesn't go for the kill right away. Actually, she doesn't even really go for it at all. It kind of just happens in self-defense, right? Checking the money. It's weird they're having this conversation here. I think. I thought this was like a conversation Keiichi and Rena had alone. I can remember Mion. Actually, no, never mind. It was in class. Then she talks about like, what if the world ended? Or whatever. Yeah, never mind. Oh, they didn't give it a chance to talk about the end of the world. Oh boy. Nice star tattoo. In a pretty raunchy place. Never noticed that on the sprite. I think that's a anime exclusive. I could have missed it, but I don't know if I would. Oh man, we're gonna get the kill super fast, huh? It's gonna happen. Run, run, run. Oh man. It just made sense. A lot of the time was just Rena thinking what to do, but they don't really do that in the anime. Peace. Bro, she has some strong legs. Climbing through that junk. That's kind of spooky, honestly. I'm bad at balancing. Still a little stuffed up. Allergy season's not too bad though. Nope. I love the close up of the eyes. They do that a lot this arc. Especially Rena's. Shows a lot of emotion without doing too much. That's the one thing about Sumi Horoboshi. When I first read it, did pop up. Rena's popping off. But I was trying to say it's very artistic in this, or stylish at least for the choices. This was a pretty stressful scene. Slash is. Jesus. Then she makes the cursed scary face. In the visual novel it was so ugly, man. In contrast to her normal self. Obviously a lie, right? It was just a lie. I don't know if they confirmed that or not. Uh-oh. And this was the surprising part. Because you kind of expect Rena to kill Rina. But I didn't actually think Rina would try to kill her. It's a nice surprise. Holy shit. Rina's popping off. What the heck? That was clean. Yeah, this is a nice twist. Looking back into it, some retrospect. Ooh. Me stomach. Ruined. This was really brutal. How bad is it gonna look? I know fingernails fly off. Don't do it. The arm's gonna break. Do it. Do it. I'm looking. Okay. Not too bad. They didn't do the scene where we can talk about it later. I know in the visual novel, Rena put a little more resistance, and she like put her arm up. Ew, that was pretty gross though. Thumbnail? Thumbnail? Happy face? Oh my god, it's so ugly. Rip Rena. Anyways, we'll talk about that later. It's not that important. That was satisfying. Wow, they're going right to Tepe? I'm pretty sure there's like a time skip. So this is an anime change. Yo, look at that face. That's a spooky Rena. Oh man. Both Rena and Tepe are dead in the first half. I thought it would stretch a little bit. I guess it made sense. Even though there was a time skip between the deaths, it kind of did just happen right away. This was a spooky scene though. With the freaking hatchet. Oh my god. Holy shit. What do I use for my thumbnail? They're both good. That was great. Jesus. Man, I love the death scenes are so good animated. When you first see the first couple in Anutakashi, it does seem a little more censored. So I was kind of expecting it to be a little more tuned down, but it's been popping off, dude. Happy Satoto, happy Rita. It's a happy day. Okay. Oh, nice. We're gonna have the anime. It's so gross, dude. Oh my god, look at that. Look at that knife. Where the fuck do you get that? I've never seen something like that in my life. It's freaking huge. Okay, so we're gonna, like I was gonna say, we're gonna have the friendship anime speech. Dude, I'm ready for it. Of course my nose gets stuffy during our recording. It was literally fine before. Rena's ghost. This was like such an oh shit moment. Because, yeah, you know what's gonna happen. And I mean, it made sense because of the intro. Hey, Sarita. And then in the vision novel, it just kind of skipped to them talking. Okay, yeah. So they did that too. I love the chats though. That's good on her. Okay. Put on your seatbelts for this conversation. True. But Rena's about to pop off. I'd say that now, Rena. Just wait until next season. Some real miracles. KG pops off too, though. I'm actually excited because whenever they do, even though I was kind of a little harsh on this speech, love the voice acting performances. Nice song. Little vocals. Hit her with her own Usura. He's hidden deep. Oh, they skipped it, I think. Maybe. The when KG climbed up on the truck, on the van, you know, definitely makes you tingle a bit. Maybe slightly cringe. It's actually. So they skipped off the main pop off stuff, huh? It's kind of weird. That's like the main part when Rena talks about all their faults and stuff. Kind of wish they kept that. I'm having a much better time so far, so maybe it's for the better. Join the friendship circle. What good friends, though. I guarantee you, for the friends I have, would never, probably wouldn't, like, help after a murder. Maybe, like, my family friends, family members that are also friends, aka cousins and stuff. But in general, no, don't have any bonds close to this. Hmm. Okay. It's a good scene. It works in its own way. But we'll talk about what they cut. I thought they were gonna end it there, so I wonder what they're gonna do now. Oh, they're gonna bury the bodies in the hills. Dude with a nice tarp. Oh, it's so suspicious. Maybe you should have had like a freaking tarp over it or something. All in one place too. Oh, they're just throwing it in a cave. That's different. Seems a lot less careful. This is when it gets a little more twitchy or sweaty. You're welcome. Forget about the day, but remember the friendship promise stuff. If you forget about everything, then, it's a little problematic. But this line's really hitting home a bit about like the Totodoroshi situation, which I kind of forgot about this line, or these lines. So, which it probably is in the visual novel. So we'll talk about that because that's what they did into Totodoroshi. Is this the Watanadashi? It's the boy. It's just so much more ominous than it was in Sumi Horoboshi. But we'll talk about that. Hey, that was a good episode, dude. Some fun death scenes. Very gory. In a way, it's a little even more gorier than in Mayatashi. Just like the actual death, the corpse's state. It looked freaking creepy, dude. But yeah, good stuff. Now I get a little fuzzy about what happens exactly next. I think it is like the normal deaths, Tomodachi Takano. Oishi confronts Rena instead. And yeah, it's kind of like an Anu Takashi parallel, but like through Rena's vision. And Rena kind of takes things differently than Keiichi would when they're both under the influence of the syndrome, Though, to be fair, it's a different situation, and Ren actually killed some people, so it's probably a whole new different level of stress. But yeah, should be good. Very fun. This might be a double header tonight. What time is it? 10:46. It's baby hours. Yeah. Paul AM time. What? I kind of did it. Document 34. Interesting. I mean, I get what that's in reference to. But, like, just an interesting naming choice, because you know what that's in reference. Anyways, let's, thank you for watching the episode. We're not gonna talk about it, but if you're just here for the reaction, thank you, and I will see you next time. One second, I gotta freshen up first. I have freshened up. Anyways, welcome to the post analysis. We're gonna break this episode down, so let me get it loaded. But like I said in the reaction, you know, for analysis only viewers, great episode. Really enjoyed myself. In contrary to the stuff I say about Sumi Horoboshi. So before the opening, we just did a quick little recap. I did mention I do love how they keep zooming into the upper head, basically focusing on the eyes a bunch of times, even more in this episode. And I'm guessing they're gonna continue through the arc, because what I said in the reaction, one thing about Sumi Horoboshi, it's a lot more stylish than its previous art. Some of the style goes into the other ones. Like they have the schwins, they had like the different fonts for colors, different weird perspective stuff, which they aren't doing, but the eye stuff is different, and I like that. It's a little different. So opening, Rena discovering that yes, the money is being drained. Then we have the little chat where Kichi's like, oh, it's so peaceful, it's boring, and then Rena's like, oh, I actually like the peaceful days. This was kind of cut short. And believe in the visual novel, Rena's like, oh, what about when they're talking about happy days coming to an end. Also, for any people with their episode open, 3 minutes 33 seconds. That's so funny, Mion. um, they kind of skipped like the parts where Ren is like when they're kind of arguing about living your days to the fullest, even for peaceful ones, and Ren is like, "Oh, what if tomorrow was the end of the world? Would you have been happy, with your previous days or whatever?" I don't know exactly what it was, but that's fine. It was still good. Okay, now we're going into the Rena stuff. Rena obviously avoiding Rena because she knows what's up. Rena follows into the scrapyard. Pretty accurate. Then they go for the fighting kill scene. Like I said, I mean, it show in the visual novel. It's not like Rena really wanted to kill Rena or plan for it. But you definitely get the feeling like especially when Rena says, "Oh, this is my secret place. No one really comes here." You're like, "Oh man, is Rena really gonna go kill Rena?" And which you kind of guess because of the opening of the arc. But what really surprised me during this whole scene, was the fact that Rena actually tried to kill Rena. That surprised me. I didn't actually expect Rena to take the initiative and try to kill Rena after Rena kind of exposes her. That was a nice little twist that I don't think I appreciated really, because it was completely catch me off guard. Also, 2 points of notes while I was zooming through. like the part where Rina makes the pregnant excuse and it goes right back to her mom's. It's a mini flashback of her mom using that excuse to force the dad. I mean, they mentioned that in the visual novel, but it's nice to see visually. And again, I didn't know. I think this is an anime exclusive, but Rina has a little star tattoo. Right, I don't even know what it's like. Right, very close to the waistline, with her raunchy clothing. Just some fun facts. But yeah, then you get the actual fight. It's pretty brutal, dude. It's satisfying. The cut to the stomach was bad, and then Rena just smashes her. And the state of the corpse is just absolutely disgusting. We're gonna use Rena's or Tepe's death. I just need to see which corpse looks worse. That's pretty bad. That's disgusting. I don't know if I can use that. That's really fucking gross. 908. Ew, holy shit. That is horrifying. Okay, yeah, that's gross. I did mention in the visual novel, the scene itself, at least playing in my mind, was I mean, the end state of Rena was probably spot on in my mind, but I do believe like Rena was like putting up a little more resistance and begging more, like trying to shielding the blows, and then her like arm snaps in the visual novel, and I know her fingernails like pop off too, so I was kind of worrying about that, but they did skip through that. That's okay though. I mean, look how brutal this shit is without it. Then you see it again, then right into the freezer. So this is a change to go right into the Tepe stuff. I believe in the visual novel, like a couple days go by, and then Tepe appeared because he hasn't, Rina hasn't contacted him for a couple days, so he's wondering what's up. Though the anime works well, it just seems like Tepe is kind of extending the schedule of the plan or whatever, and so it's not like it's really a big deal. And then we get so Tepe happens, Rena beats Tepe. It's a pretty good scene. How it goes, like, how the screen, wait, does the screen go dark when Rena's light goes off or something? Yeah, it goes like dark, and then Tepe lights the lighter, and then Rena surprises him with a really just gross corpse. I mean, I think I have to use Tepe's because Rena's is actually just too gross for this screen, dude. Yeah, that's a cool transition. I wish they kept it up, kept it like black until Tepe turned on the light, but that's okay. But this was pretty bad too. Straight hatchet through the dome. That's bad. Rena's is like a billion times worse. I don't know how ambitious I want to be though. Anyways, great half. Very satisfied with those scenes. I thought they did a great job. Next. Right, it's basically just skipping forward, Mahjong, hahaha. They discover Rena after she chopped up the bodies, which was also pretty great. Seeing them in pieces and stuff. So this is like the speech that I wasn't really a fan of in the visual novel. For various reasons of it kind of being Rena being a bit, I don't know if it's self-important, but didn't really make me like that speech or whatever. And it was kind of like anime cringy. But they kind of gutted it really hard. And so you don't really feel that at all. So it's actually kind of good. The part I feel like is missing really hard was that maybe I wanted to see keep in was when Rena, even though I didn't exactly like Rena when she said it, but it's actually like they're pretty. Again, I'm being hard. It's all personal taste, by the way. If you like the scene, I totally understand. It just didn't really click with me at the time. But what they cut out that I thought was like sort of the highlight of this scene was when like Rena was popping off, and when Keiichi's like, "Oh, we can help," and then Rena kind of like went to each of their friend and told them how they didn't help Satoshi. Like Rena didn't even mention Satoshi in this, but Rena's like, "Oh yeah, what about Satoshi? He was asking for all our help, and what did you do? Mion, you have a freaking family of your family owns Hinamizawa. You didn't do anything. Oh, what about you, Rita? Your family also has a lot of power. What about you, Satoto? You're too needy. You didn't think about him at all." And it was a nice pop off. um, and it's also like it's actually a pretty important scene to how Rena acted in Anotatashi, which is kind of like this sister series to Sumi Horoboshi, where she kept comparing Keiichi to Satoshi, and we learn how Rena feels about this Satoshi situation. Obviously, the fact that she's talking about all these faults means she took it pretty hard, and even though I think she says in the visual novel she's new there, she couldn't do much, she probably does take it to heart that she couldn't really help Satoshi. Um, but yeah, overall, I even though a lot of the scene was gutted, so it flowed pretty well for me. So I actually like it. I'm liking Sumiura Boshi. It's a pleasant surprise. So they help they do the friendship circle. They take the bodies in their little wheelbarrow cart thing. Again, I said in the episode, they should probably have a little tarp to cover up the pieces, make it a little less suspicious. And another interesting part, they kind of just dump it in a cave. In the visual novel, they definitely bury the bodies, because later we learn that they have to that I think there's summer logging things happening, so they have to move the bodies. But they kind of just throw it into a cave. It kind of seems careless. I don't know. Maybe it's like a freaking bear cave, dude. If it's a bear cave, it's actually like genius, because you could just say a bear ate them. But I mean, I guess you can just say that either way. So maybe it's not that bad, huh? um, but yeah, they do that. Make a promise to forget about the day. Then we kind of end off in the Watsunodashi with a ominous Oishi, which is interesting because it looks a lot more ominous than what it is. Because in the visual novel, you just get Oishi's POV, and he's like, oh, he kind of singles out Rena as someone he could use for his investigations. Again, because Sumi Horoboshi, it's not Anotatashi flipped, but it kind of is. Like, you know, Rena is kind of in this situation where she has this syndrome, and yeah, it's kind of like a switcheroo from when Keiichi had this syndrome, and in both of them, Oishi used the two, or used Keiichi and Anotatashi, and he's planning to use Rena. I believe the reasoning was Keiichi seems really even though he's new to the village, he seems really friendly and meshes well with the club members, while Rena seems a little out of it, which made sense because she did murder someone still, and she's still being affected by the syndrome. So Oishi kind of sniffs that out and targets Rena to be his little sidekick. But yeah. I don't really have much more to say. Good fun. I enjoyed it. Great deaths. I don't know. Are we gonna use the arena? I need a one more look at this arena death scene. It is absolutely horrifying. Where it was like 908, right? It's so gross. It's so hard to look at. Ew. No, I can't. It's too much. That's actually nightmare fuel. Rip Rina, best Rip Rina and Tepe, best couple of the series. It's a shame. Maybe Netstark. Actually no. Well, actually no. Netstark isn't their arc. But In one of the worlds, they live a happy, crime-free life, I'm sure. But anyways, thank you guys for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed this episode. And next time, which I think will be well, for you it'll be next week, but for me it'll be in like probably like a minute after I finish this. Um or a couple minutes. Cause I'll probably just record again because the night is young and it's a Saturday. But yeah, thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye.